Our today's topic is symbolic representation of chemical formula. As elements are represented by symbol, the chemical substance are represented by chemical formula. So in the last video, we have already know how to write the symbol for element. In this video, I am going to explain how to write formula for a chemical compound. So one thing very clear, elements composed of atoms. Symbol of an element represents atom of that element. Compounds are made up of molecules, so chemical formula of the compound will represent its one molecule. So symbolic representation of molecule of compound of a chemical compound, whether it is element or it is compound, is called chemical formula. As for example, hydrogen. Hydrogen is an element, but hydrogen gas. So gas is consist of molecule. So hydrogen molecule written by H2. Oxygen is element and oxygen is gas. Gas is made up of molecule. So oxygen gas formula is O2. Carbon dioxide, it is gas. Gases are made up of molecules. So formula is CO2. Water is a chemical substance, compound. Compound is made up of molecules. So molecule of water is composed of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So formula is H2O. Glucose is compound. Compound is made up of molecule. So molecule of glucose formula is C6H12O6. So chemical substances may exist in form of element or it may exist in compound. Element composed of atoms. Atoms are represented by symbol. Compounds are composed of molecules and molecules have chemical formula. Molecules are represented by formula. Symbolic form of molecule is chemical formula. So let us start how to write chemical formula of a compound. So how to write chemical formula? See, compound is what? Compound is the pure substance which is composed of different type of atoms when the atoms are combined chemically in fixed ratio. So to write the chemical formula of compound, we always use crisscross method. In crisscross method, we need three basic steps. First, we write the symbol of the elements present in the compound. Number two, we will put the valency of the elements present in the compound. Plus or minus sign is not required, but valency we have to write. Number three, valency need to crisscross to write the formula. As for example, if we want to write formula of aluminum sulfate, in this formula, in this compound, name of the compound have two parts, aluminum and sulfate. So aluminum is basic radical and sulfate is acidic radical. Basic radicals are what? Positive, electropositive radical is called basic radical. So aluminum is electropositive radical, sulfate is electronegative radical. So first we will write the symbol of electropositive and electronegative radicals. So aluminum symbol is Al and sulfate symbol is SO4. Valency of aluminum is +3. Valency of sulfate is -2. For writing the formula, we need not to write plus or minus. So we will omit the sign of plus or minus. So simply we can write aluminum valency 3, sulfate valency 2. And the third step, we have to crisscross the valency. So these two will come to aluminum. So we will write Al2. And this 3 is for whole SO4. So SO4 whole 3. So formula of aluminum sulfate will be Al2SO4 whole 3. Can take ammonium chloride. Again here the name have two parts, ammonium and chloride. So ammonium is electropositive radical and chloride is negative radical, or you can say ammonium is basic radical and chloride is negative radical. Basic radical is always positive, acidic radical is always negative. So first we will write the symbol. First step to write symbol. So ammonium symbol is NH4, chloride symbol is Cl. Second step to write valency. Ammonium valency +1, chloride valency -1. During writing the formula, plus or minus sign of the valency should be omitted. Need not to write the symbol. Need not to write the sign of plus or minus. So we can simply write ammonium NH4 valency 1, chloride Cl valency 1. Since valency is equal, so if you are writing NH4 1 Cl 1, so 1 is understood, we need not to write. So simply we can write NH4 Cl. Next example, aluminium oxide. So aluminium is basic oxide, electropositive radical is called basic radical. So aluminium is basic radical, oxide is acidic radical. So electropositive radical written first and electronegative radical always written later on. So aluminium symbol is Al, oxide symbol is O, valency of aluminium is +3, valency of oxide is -2. For writing the formula, plus or minus sign should be omitted. So simply we can write Al3 and O2, and 2 and 3 is crisscrossed. So 2 will come to aluminium and 3 will go to oxide. So it is Al2O3. So formula of aluminium oxide is Al2O3. Next example we can take calcium hydroxide. So calcium is electropositive and hydroxide is electronegative. Symbol of calcium is Ca. Symbol of hydroxide is OH. Second step to write valency. So valency of calcium is +2. Valency of hydroxide is -1. For writing the formula, plus or minus sign should be omitted. So simply we can write Ca valency 2, OH valency 1, and now cross the valency. So Ca and this one will come to calcium. So 1 understood, we will not write, and this 2 will come to whole OH. So whole OH2. So formula of calcium hydroxide will be CaOH and whole 2, because this 2 will come to OH, whole OH. Next topic, if formula is given, then how we can write the name of compound. If formula of the compound is given, then how we can write the name of compound. It is also very important part and we should understand. So we will talk about few of the rules how to name the chemical compound. So rule number 1, if compound consists of only 2 elements, compound which is made up of 2 elements is also called binary compound. So if the compound is binary compound, it means made up of only 2 elements, and if one element is metal and other element is non-metal, then metal is named first. तब हम metal वाले part का naming पहले करेंगे. Then metal is named first and suffix IDE is used at the end of name of non-metal. As for example, the formula is given NaCl. So first we have to write the name of metal. So name of the metal is sodium. So we will write here sodium, and then we will name the other element non-metal. End of the non-metal. Non-metal is chlorine, and we have to use suffix IDE at the end of name of non-metal. So chlorine के last में हम लोग को IDE लगाना है. So we can write chloride, IDE, chloride. So name of the compound is sodium chloride. In the same way, here Mg3N2. Mg is metal. So we have to write first magnesium. First we will name the metal. And then here it is nitrogen. The other is non-metal, nitrogen. And जो non-metal part है, we have to use the suffix IDE. So we will write nitride. Nitride. So compound का name हो गया magnesium nitride. Next example we can take. Here again CaO. This Ca is metal. So we will write calcium. Ca is the symbol of calcium. And O is oxygen. But in the name of non-metal, we have to use the suffix IDE. So instead of oxygen, we will write oxide. IDE we have to use in the name of non-metal. So name of the compound is calcium oxide. In the same way, Na is the symbol of sodium. So first we will write the name of metal, sodium. And F is fluorine. So non-metal part is fluorine. And in the non-metal, we have to use the suffix IDE. So fluoride. We have to write fluoride, IDE. Instead of fluorine, we will write fluoride. So name of the compound is sodium fluoride. Come to rule number 2. Rule number 2 states that if the compound is binary and both the element, two elements, and both the elements are non-metal. If the compound is binary compound is made up of two elements, and if both the elements are non-metal, then what we have to do? Then we have to use prefix. Mono, di, tri, tetra, penta. इस तरह का prefix we will use. So how we can name the element? Suppose CO2. Carbon is non-metal, oxygen is non-metal. We have to write the name. So it is a type of binary compound in which both the elements are non-metal. So how we will write the name? It is C for carbon and 2 oxygen is here. So for 2 we will use di. So we can write dioxide because non-metal का suffix हम लोग को IDE use करना है. So name of the compound is carbon dioxide. In the same way, it is nitrogen. So we will write here nitrogen. And oxygen is 2. For 2 we will use di. And oxygen के लिए IDE लगाना है तो dioxide. In the same way, this is sulfur. So we will write here sulfur and 3 oxygen are here. So for 3 we will write trioxide. Here it is phosphorus. P is the symbol of phosphorus. So we will write here phosphorus. And 5 chlorine is here. For 5 we will write the prefix penta. And chlorine के लिए हम लोग लिखेंगे chloride. In the non-metal we have to use suffix IDE. Here it is nitrogen and oxygen. 2 nitrogen are here. So we will write di-nitrogen. 2 nitrogen are here. So 2 for di for 2. 2 nitrogen, di-nitrogen. And 5 oxygen. 5 के लिए पेंटा है. Dinitrogen pentaoxide. So in this way, if the compound is composed of 2 elements and both the elements are non-metal, then we have to use the prefix mono for 1, di for 2, tri for 3, tetra for 4, penta for 5 and so on. we have to indicate the number of atoms. Now come to rule number 3. If compound contain 3 elements, यानी कि we are talking about tertiary element compounds. If the compound is contains 3 elements, यानी कि compound is tertiary compound, one of which is oxygen. Compound is made up of 3 elements, and out of that 3 elements, one of the element is essentially oxygen. Then we have to use suffix 8. नेमिंग ऑफ द कंपाउंड के लास्ट में हम लोग को क्या लगाना है? 8, सफिक्स 8 इज प्रोवाइडेड एंड देयर इज ओनली, इफ देयर इज ओनली 1. तो सपोज कीजिए कि CaCO3, सो दिस इज ऑफ टर्शियरी कंपाउंड, कैल्शियम, कार्बन एंड ऑक्सीजन. सो दिस कंपाउंड इज मेड अप ऑफ 3 एलिमेंट्स and it contains oxygen. So tertiary compound, and if it contains oxygen, तो we have to use 8. तो नाम हो जाएगा Ca for calcium और CO3 for carbonate. So लास्ट में ATE suffix लग जाएगा. But if there are 2 compound, one with more oxygen and other is with less oxygen. Suppose one compound is Na2SO4 and in the same other compound is Na2SO3. So both are tertiary compound. In one oxygen is 4, in one oxygen is 3. So compound having more oxygen will have suffix 8. We will write here sodium sulfate. And those who have less oxygen, we will name it ite, sodium sulfite. One more example I am taking. Here it is tertiary compound, potassium, nitrogen and oxygen. This is also tertiary compound, potassium, nitrogen and oxygen. In KNO3, oxygen is 3. So we will write, and here it is oxygen is 2. So KNO3 have greater number of oxygen. If oxygen is more, the suffix is 8. So we will write here potassium nitrate. And here the oxygen is less. So we will write potassium nitrite. So what we have to keep in mind? If compound is tertiary, yani composed of 3 elements, and one of the element is essentially oxygen, and if it forms only one compound, then the suffix is ATE. But if there are 2 compounds, one with more oxygen and other with less oxygen, then ATE is added as suffix in the compound having more oxygen, and ITE added as suffix in the compound having less oxygen. Rule number 4. Rule number 4 states, if a compound, tertiary compound, we are talking about tertiary compound, if in a compound oxygen is less than the oxygen present in a compound, then ending with ITE. अभी ये लोग पीछे पढ़े. If the oxygen is less than ITE, then hypo prefix is added in the beginning. Suppose NaClO2, it has one oxygen less than NaClO3, and in this compound it has less oxygen than NaClO2. So if ITE से भी less oxygen अगर present है, if the compound having suffix ITE, sodium chloride, if the compound having less oxygen than ITE, then hypo word is used as prefix in the beginning. So if the oxygen is 3 oxygen, then it is sodium chlorate, suffix is 8. If it has one less oxygen, then the suffix is ite, sodium chloride. And if it has the compound is ending with ite, and it has less oxygen than the compound present, then we have to add hypo. So sodium hypochlorite, NaClO, it has less oxygen than it, so we will name it sodium hypochlorite. If amount of sodium is more with the compound ending with 8, if oxygen is present in a compound ending with 8 is more, then it is written in the prefix perchlorate. So 8 NaClO3 sodium chlorate, and NaCl4, it containing one more oxygen than 8, so we will write here perchlorate. So for 3 oxygen we are writing 8, suffix is 8. For 2 यानी कि 1 less oxygen, then suffix is ite. If less oxygen than ite, then its suffix is hypo. Its suffix is hypo. And if oxygen is more than 8, then it is written per. So name is potassium chlorate. Potassium chlorite. Potassium hypochlorite, because oxygen is less than it, and this is potassium perchlorate. So once again, if in a compound oxygen is less than oxygen present in compound ending with ite, then prefix hypo is used. If oxygen is present in compound ending with 8 is more, then prefix per is used. Now come to naming of acid. If acid is binary compound, yani acid is made up of only 2 elements, then prefix hydro and suffix ic is written with the second element. Suppose HCl, it is made up of 2 elements, hydrogen and chlorine. So it is binary compound. So for hydrogen we will use the prefix hydro, and for chlorine we will use the suffix chloric, ic. Hi, it is binary compound. So for hydrogen we will use hydro, for iodine we will use iodic, ic suffix is used. Naming of oxyacid. If acid is made up of 3 elements, hydrogen and oxygen and one more non-metal. So naming of oxyacid, or you can say naming of polyatomic elements, are named on the basis of second element. Second element is sulfur, so sulfuric acid. Second element is nitrogen, so nitric acid. Second element is carbon, so carbonic acid. Second element is phosphorus, so we can write phosphoric acid. Next, naming of base. Base is what? Metal oxide or metal hydroxide are called base. So compound which is containing hydroxyl radical, OH radical, is known as base. So what we have to write? OH radical are named as hydroxide. OH is written as hydroxide after the name of metal. So first we will name the metal. Na means sodium, so we will write here sodium, and for OH we will write hydroxide. Name of the metal, Ca is calcium, so we will write here calcium, and for OH we will write here hydroxide. AlOH whole 3, Al is for aluminium, so we will write here aluminium, and OH means hydroxide. Mg for magnesium, so we will write here magnesium, and OH hydroxide. So compound which is having OH radical or which having oxide radical, first we will write the name of metal and then we will write hydroxide or oxide. Certain compound whose name do not follow any systemic rule, they just named after its common name. So as for example H2O, common name is water. Its common name is very much popular. We always used to say water. Ammonia, NH3, ammonia, CH4, methane, CH3COOH, acetic acid. These all are common name. Inorganic, according to IUPAC name, when organic chemistry, when we will study, then compound hydrocarbon having one carbon is called meth and single bond, so it is called methane. In the organic chemistry we will read, that is of different rule. So these are the process to write the name of the compounds. Sometimes element have more than one valency, यानी कि few of the elements have variable valency. So elements having variable valency, how the name of element are, how the naming of the elements are done. So naming of compound having element with variable valency, according to the latest IUPAC rule, valency is written in Roman number in the bracket. We are not using ferrous, ferric. It is old system. Now according to modern system, according to IUPAC system, we are not writing ferric chloride, ferrous chloride. No, just we are writing iron 2, iron 3, है ना. So ferric chloride FeCl2 is just written as iron in the bracket, or you cannot write, you may write in bracket or you may not write in bracket, but in the Roman number you will write 2 because the valency of iron is 2. And chloride FeCl3, valency of iron is 3, so you will just write iron 3 in the Roman number for its valency. Iron 3 means valency of iron is 3. And chloride, chlorine, second part of the non-metal, and IDE suffix is added. MnO2 means manganese 4 oxide. It means valency of manganese is 4. MnCl2, it means manganese 2 chloride. It means valency of manganese in this compound is 2. So compound having variable valency, according to the latest rule, valency is written in Roman number in bracket after the name of cation. Next video I will explain how to write chemical equations and how we can balance the chemical equation. If you like the video or if you find it is useful for you, you must subscribe the channel so that you can get the notification on